Yo, people. So, for our for our main card, we have got three fights. Well, I mean, technically there's 5 fights with the co-main and the main, but 3 fights. So we will be taking a look at those, right? It all starts off with the featherweight clash between Julian Erosa and Melquizael Costa, which is tremendous fight to start things off, right? So Melcafi, again, man, some of these people got terrible nicknames, right? He's 28, 5'10", 71-inch reach. He's on a 3-fight win streak, right? 3-fight win streak. And he's 4-2 in the UFC. So last time out, he beat Christian Rodriguez via unanimous decision. He guillotined Andre Fili. And he rear naked Shalan Nubabekai, right? So the Nubabekai was in June 2024. The Fili and Rodriguez fights, they were this year, right? March and February. So he's been keeping active, which is always impressive, right? Very impressive. So yeah, he's knocked people out. He's submitted people, and he is against Juicy J, Julian Erosa, 35, 6'1", 74.5-inch reach. He's also on a 3-fight win streak. Right, so they're matched up pretty well. You know what I mean? He's 9-7 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. And this is his 3rd stint. Right? So I think that tells you something. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of fortitude that comes with, leaving the promotion and then getting back. Right? And in this current run, I think he's, 8-3? Which is, pretty good, right? Pretty good. You know. Back, right? Got a Das. Landwehr with a flying knee. Got a Das against Charles Jourdain. You know what I mean? Like, easiest of submissions either, people. So yeah, a lot of skills for sure. And those last fights, he also fought Christian Rodriguez. Got a guillotine on him. Got a guillotine on Ricardo. And that incredible fight with Darren Elkins in April, right? Last month. And just won by strikes. It was that killer up kick that started it all off, I think. All right, so man, it's impressive, right? They're both keep him busy, both highly skilled. I think I'm going Erosa to take this one. But that's a fun fight to start off our main card. So we then jump to the middleweight. We have Dustin Stoltzfus against Nursulton Ruziboev, which this is an interesting clash, right? So Dustin Stoltzfus, he is 33, 6 foot, 75-inch reach. He's coming off a win in his last fight. He's 3-5 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. You know what I mean? Last he stopped Marc-Andre Barriou, right? That was November 24, and we just saw what Barriou done, right? With those elbows. So that's a very good win, right? Really good win. He got a really nice rear naked against Punao Soriano. So yeah, like when Stoltzfus is on, he can look really, really good, but he can also, yeah, just fall apart a little bit, right? You know, he got choked out by Rodolfo Vieira and Gerald Marshall. I mean, they're both, you know, very good with the jit. So, you know, but yeah, you know, he got stopped by Abus Magomedov and Bruno Ferreira. Yeah, it still was a tricky one. Right? He's definitely a predict. Now he's going up against Nursulton Ruziboev, who he's 31, 6'5", 76-inch reach. He's also coming off a win in his last fight, which was to Eric McCormickey. That was February this year. Stoppage. Right now, we saw him against Joaquin Buckley, and that wasn't shut down in that fight. But you know that he dropped a welterweight for that for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was an odd one. Yeah, before that, he'd been on a tear. Right, beat Bruno Ferreira in his debut. He beat Sodiq Stumas as well, both stoppages. So man, like he can be ferocious. He's got submissions outside the UFC. So he's very skilled, and I think coming back to the right weight class is a big thing for Ruziboev, right? And I think we're going to see him pull out the win. Okay? So, our featured bout is with the lightweights. We got Sodiq Yusuff against Mairon Santos. And this is good, right? This is interesting. It's a lightweight. Right? And Mairon Santos won the last Ultimate Fighter. He's 24, 5'9", 72-inch reach. And he's on a 5-fight win streak. Although he lost to Francis. Even he believes he lost to Francis Marshall. It was a split decision, and it was not. They gave him that one, right? Yeah, he looked very good on the Ultimate Fighter, very good. But I think what we saw in that last fight was he doesn't like being put under pressure, and he didn't really have a change of plan, right? It didn't seem like he could make decisions on the fly, could change up what he was doing. And I think that's very telling, because I think before that he'd been, kind of running through people, essentially. You know what I mean? Looking very impressive. So now we've seen him go up against that adversary, against difficult times. Now, Super Sodiq Yusuff, very fucking talented, 5'1", 5'9", 71-inch reach. He's coming off 2 losses, old Soups is, right? Which was Diego Lopez, which, I mean, that was so fast, right? That was just so fast at UFC 300. And before that, the Edson, where he did look good. He did, but Barbosa is just a beast, right? So, it's something to that. And there's been those gaps. I think that's another thing that has hurt Sodiq, right? The frequency in which he fights. That's been a problem for him. But, he's moved up in weight class. He has said that he's, probably moving to the lightweight division. And he is big, So I think that's probably not a bad thing for him. But he is dynamic, right? And he does have multiple skills. So I think that could be a problem for Santos, right? And, especially after we saw how Santos fared against Marshall, right? So I think, right, Sodiq desperately wants to get back on track. Because there was a point when people were talking about him being a contender, and he still could be, but he needs this win. He needs this win. So I'm going Super Sodiq to get it done. But let's see, people. Let's see what happens.